In the previous video, we talked about conjunctions and negations. In this video, we'll look into conjunctions and conditionals. So, suppose we say, if I run today, I will be sore and tired. And that's one sentence. And another sentence is, I will be tired, and if I run, I will be sore. So these are different sentences. One's a conditional. It says, if I run today, then something or other will happen. The other is a conjunction. B says, no matter what, if B is true, I will be tired. It's a conjunction. It says, I will be tired. And then also, if I run, I will be sore. So whether or not I run, I will be tired. And then if I choose to run, also I'll be sore. That's what B says. A doesn't tell you that you'll be tired no matter what. It just, if you run, or if I run, I'll be sore and tired. But will I be tired if I don't run? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. So they say different things. And our symbolizations of them are also going to need to be different, and the way they're going to end up being different is by our use of parentheses, by our punctuation. So let's see how that happens. Let's start with, if I run today, I will be sore and tired. So R will be, I run today, S will, I will be sore, T, I will be tired. Okay, so this is a conditional. If I run, so I run today is the antecedent. The if attaches to I run today. That means that I run today is the antecedent, and the rest is the consequent. So we'll have I run today, conditional, I will be sore and tired. Well, the consequent is a conjunction, so we'll turn the and into a conjunction symbol, and we'll put parentheses around the conjunction to say, here's what the two conjuncts are. The conjuncts are whatever are inside of the parentheses, and we want to make sure that the left conjunction is just I will be sore. So we put in the parentheses like that. And that turns into if R, then S and T, where the parentheses are around the just the conjunction. Okay, good. Now let's look at I will be tired, and if I run, I will be sore. So this is a conjunction, so we'll put in a conjunction symbol for the and we'll say I will be tired, conjunction, if I run, I will be sore. Okay, now the right-hand side is a conditional, so we're going to turn it into an arrow. But we need to say, what does the arrow attach to? So we want the consequent to be I will be sore, and we want the antecedent to be I run. So we're going to put the parentheses around I run and I will be sore. And then that turns into T and if R, then S. Now, this conjunction, I will be tired, and if I run, I will be sore, that says the same thing as I will be sore if I run today, and I will be tired. It's just saying the same thing in different order. So again, we change the and into a conjunction sign, and then we change the I will be sore if I run today. Well, that's an if. The if is the antecedent, and the if is the I run today. So I run today goes into the antecedent. So we put I run on the left, I will be sore in the consequent. We put parentheses around to say where the antecedent and consequent end. And then we turn that into R, if R, then S, and T. So I'll be sore if I run today, and I will be tired. That's if R, then S, and T, versus if I run today, I will be sore and tired. That's if R, then S and T. So these two sentences are exactly the same in terms of the left to right order of the R's, S's, and T's, and the order of the conditional and conjunction symbol is the same. So if we ignore parentheses, we just have R, arrow, S, conjunction, T. But is that a conjunction or is that a conditional? Is that thing saying R, arrow, S, conjunction, T? Is that saying A, or is it saying B? They say different things. We use the parentheses to distinguish between these two sentences to avoid ambiguity. The parentheses group, and we know, and so that's how they work. The sentences inside the parentheses are grouped together. They form a unit, and then we can then attach that unit to other logical words. So if we say P conjunction Q and then put parentheses around them, we formed a unit, and we can then attach other symbols to that. So we could attach a negation sign to it, and then we have not a conjunction, but the denial of a conjunction. Or we could attach it to an arrow, and we could put the P and Q with parentheses around in the consequent or in the antecedent, and we'd put something else in the antecedent or consequent, or maybe the same thing if we wanted to. Similarly, if we take P arrow Q and put parentheses around that, we form a unit, and then we can attach other symbols to that. so we can attach negation to the whole conditional. And that says, is P enough for Q? Is it the case that if P, then also Q? No, P is not enough for Q. We can also attach a conjunction symbol to P, if P then Q when we use parentheses, and the if P then Q can either go in the left conjunct or the right conjunct. We could even put conditionals inside of conditionals and conjunctions inside of conjunctions, and we'll see that later on. So I think you understand how parentheses work. It's pretty obvious. But there is one thing I need to explain about how parentheses work in the program, because they do something a little funny. So the Logic 2010 is lazy about parentheses, and it drops them sometimes. So it will write things like R arrow S conjunction T and R conjunction S arrow T. Now officially that's ambiguous because we don't know, is that a conditional or is it a conjunction? You know, there's nothing that tells us. But in fact, the program has a systematic way of being lazy. It drops, while it drops parentheses and is lazy, it does so in a regular way. In particular, the first one, R arrow S and T, it means if R, then S and T. And the second one, R and S arrow T, it means if R and S, then T. So what's happening is when you have a sentence in the program and it's got conditionals and conjunctions in it and it's missing parentheses, what's going on? This is what's going on. The parentheses go around the conjunction, and that makes the sentence a conditional, always. So always, 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 when parentheses have been omitted where they really kind of should be there and we're being a little bit lazy in the program, that means if you're thinking about how to put them back, they go around the conjunction and not around the conditional. And the whole sentence then becomes a conditional with a unit inside of it as a conjunction. So that's what you need to know about how parentheses work, both in the language and in the program. So good luck symbolizing and deriving.